In terms of manager distribution, the ones that have technical skills would belong in the operations management. This knowledge is useful to make sure that the managers in this position know exactly what they're doing, especially when running and managing the app. Managers with strong human skills belong in the middle level, since it is very important to show that we care about the customers and that they have faith in us. Managers with human skills can help with interactions with the customer if necessary, especially in the app. Managers with conceptual skills belong in the top level, as they have all-round knowledge of the different skills and concepts needed to run the business. These managers must have complete knowledge of the app, as well as be good in human interaction. These managers are in the top level, as they must be constantly making sure the other managers are doing their job, and at the same time, help optimize the performance of the company through their own skills.
How do we as an app practice corporate social responsibility? Well, it can be hard for a business providing an online service to pin down the way to implement into corporate social responsibility. And this is where we had to get creative to not only give value to our users, but give back to the community around us as well. To reduce our footprint in the offices, we use as little paper as possible to reduce wastage. Labeled recycling bins are located throughout the facility, so employees and anyone in the building can properly dispose of the bottles from their lunches, package boxes, etc. Natural light is our top lighting source for the building, as it was designed with numerous windows and skylights with solar shading and transparent film to keep the heat out and allow natural light to come in. This in order to reduce our energy uses, as well as properly timed air conditioning systems in accordance to outside air temperature and the number of people inside the offices. But as you might think, this doesn't seem like much to the community. We thought so too. To ensure that we are transparent with our practices and in order to prove to customers and other users and viewers our ethical practices, on our social media platforms we have constant live streaming and transparent posts with stories to prove the ethical practices, show our once-a-month activities, interact with customers and tutors, and show new projects to the building, such as new recycling bins, new solar panels, or just our awesome team working on a new feature for the platform. And our two last projects and features, and perhaps the most important ones, are a section in the platform for people with learning difficulties, and a project to destinate part of our earning towards funding for education for those who cannot afford it. The feature to give specialized tutoring for children with learning difficulties, such as the most popular ones like dyslexia, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, dyspraxia, and dyscalculia, was implemented by having teachers or so-called tutors that take more advanced tests to prove they are qualified to teach in a way that is advantageous and fit for the student in such a position of difficulty. Such teachers have a slightly higher fee, as we know they have cursed higher studies and have more spatial capabilities and skills than regular tutors. We recognize that this feature might have started small as we have just started operations, but we are certain in the good heart of educators around the world who are looking for opportunities just like this one to make a bigger reaching impact than they could by themselves. Next, and last but definitely not least, in our desire to improve education level, we didn't want to forget those who cannot afford and do not have access to our platform. Our long-term objective is being able to fund education and put children in schools once we have reached a stable financial position, so to start addressing this issue.